Welcome to the Soldiers and Sailors Monument. This, we hear about the stories about some people who've shaped our community over the past 175 years. And that story cannot be told without talking to the many West Chicagoans who served in the military. I stand alongside these brave men and women as a veteran. And my daughter is a veteran, and my son-in-law is a veteran, my wife's a veteran, my dad was a veteran. As a veteran, I know how important it is to pay tribute to those who have served, but perhaps even more important to honor those who are killed during that service. This large monument we stand in front of is the only one of its kind in West Chicago. It's going to be a little hard to see it a little bit later, but on this parcel of land, we honor those killed during war. It's called the Soldiers and Sailors Monument. It was dedicated in 1915 through the efforts of the West Chicago Women's Club after the Oakwood Cemetery Association granted the use of a large lot for the monument. Money for the monument was raised by subscriptions from residents of the community, donations by school children, collecting Savoy can labels, like Campbell soup labels. In fact, the first source of income came from a women's club travelogue program of the Pacific Northwest that raised $25. That's about $780 today. This is a quote, "It will be an honor not only of those who rest in West Chicago, but all who have called it home, and of those who lie in unmarked graves," said the West Chicago Press in 1914. The community has always known how important it is to pay tribute. The base of the monument was shipped in the spring of 1915. This is granite. And the formal dedication of the monument was planned for Decoration Day, we know it as Memorial Day today, in May 30th, 1915. Less than a month before the dedication, news came from Vermont that the stone was being cut, but there would be a delay. Every stone cutter and polisher was out on strike, and weeks had elapsed since without any settlement. We know that the dedication was delayed, but we do not know when it was finally occurred, a fact lost to history. There used to be cannonballs either side of the steps. It was a little stack of, like the base was 3 and then on up, it was up at 9. The cannonballs came from the Rock Island Arsenal on Rock Island, Illinois, out by the river, and were sent and arranged in pyramids on either side of the steps, but sadly, due to vandalism, those have disappeared. Yeah, I remember them barely when I was little, but I don't know when they disappeared. With the cross swords on the stone honoring those who died in the Civil War, it's getting kind of hard to see, but it's about halfway up the obelisk. Little did the community know that at the time of the monument's dedication, the United States was soon to enter a war involving a multitude of nations and modern weapons, World War I. For those of you familiar with this monument, you know that it has big changes over its history. Since this is a gathering place for services on Memorial Day, Veterans Day, the West Chicago Lions Club had the idea to add a new base and new steps as a service organization project. They collected money from veterans organizations and citizens. There's a 16-inch concrete footing that was placed under the floor of the berry, which is a type of granite, the same granite that was used for the existing monument. The base and new steps were completed in time for Memorial Day ceremonies 2012. The monument stands as just one way our community honors our veterans. Please look out for Veterans Street Pebble banners, which they should be going up shortly. And downtown, when you support the local VFW American Legion, a big thank you to any other veteran attending here tonight. Any other veterans? Thank you for serving. Have any questions I can bluff my way through?